Okay, yeah. So, last game, it was tied going into turn three. In turn three, Shane tied it up, but then all but one of his models was killed, and his kill team was broken. So they decided to Shane decided to concede that game, and then they've re-racked, and this is going into turn two. This time, Shane has brought the understrength Black Templars list of company veterans with grav guns and a couple guys with storm shields and the intercessor sergeant just for battle brothers shenanigans. So because this kill team that he's brought is going to be under strength, it's only 113, 114 points, I believe. He's going to be starting the game out with 3 CP. So out of the gate, he's going to be having death deny just in his back pocket, which is fantastic. Um, I I like this is basically the list that I ran against Micro in our game, and I still I still thought it was going to be the right play, but I don't know if Shane wanted to break that out last game just because that's what Micro could have been expecting. Just kind of tried to throw him off the scent, but now it's like, okay, I'm down. I'm down 1 out of 3, you know. So, and
Yep.
this is a more wide open map with longer firing lanes. So I think that'll benefit the grav guns very well here.
Yeah, it's looking good for Shane, even though this is one I think that Micro had picked because they selected the different maps for this through elimination. This one does, with Shane's enhanced shooting, kind of, and the death denied turn 1 to deny the plasma that Micro has. This could go Shane's way, potentially. Yeah.
Now that being said, it could totally not go his way.
Yes, that last one was
because look, man, look, those grav guns are good, but if Micro keeps rolling those 6-up saves the way he's been doing the last game and my game against him, yeah, he'll do fine. Either way, I expect another absolute bloodbath here.
Yeah,
and it looks like Micro's running the same list.
Yeah.
Yeah. Veteran goes down, which is interesting because on this map, I usually prefer the veteran to this side because you can get him up to the middle fairly quick and be threatening that objective, depending on what you rolled very early. Yeah. But he's opting
so there's
to
been
go
a yeah. So I think there's been a slight alteration to Micro's list, actually, not in terms of like its makeup and its parts, but in the fact that he is a chaos cultist who is labeled engineer. So I think he's taken engineer as one of his secondaries this turn.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Makes sense. Because with the no deep striking, he's got this objective here, very safe.
Yeah,
to just
he'll be able to lock it up easy. Yeah. So he'll probably take data recovery, engineer, and then I would assume like bounty hunters, just for the berserkers to have them give them something to do, basically.
Yeah, obliterate wouldn't be bad either, right? Because they get in combat, and it's just kind of like there's a lot of 2 damage, and then also he's got a 2 damage shooter with the plasma, so he could be working towards that secondary in 2 phases potentially. We'll have to see what he takes.
So I have God Power here. So he obviously has engineer. He does have data recovery and domination.
Oh, interesting.
Oh, that's interesting. Yeah.
So domination
so he's going pure positional.
It is interesting because, but you can threaten domination behind this long wall here. So if he prevents too much movement around this side here, where the 2 middle objectives are, he can kind of protect guys there. And with knowing that Shane's probably gonna have not a ton of shooting, there are just fewer models that he really needs to tie up to keep him from getting those shots in and from getting close enough to threaten that. It just doesn't. He's not going to want to commit bodies to only claiming or to try and cancel out Micro's domination himself. So I think that's a pretty good move too.
Yeah. And we with the God mode, are you able to see Shane's exact secondaries?
Yes, Shane has data recovery, bounty hunters, and obliteration.
Oh, interesting. Okay. So a little positional, a little bit heavier towards Killy. I think he was good not to take domination in this one.
For Shane.
Because I know he would be tempted, yeah, because Shane has taken domination a lot with his roster in this tournament.
Yeah. It's tough just because no matter what he does, he's going to be out activated by Micro. So
yeah. So here comes Micro's vet move.
starting, yeah.
He gets a 3. So potential 9-inch move out of the gate. Oh, so interesting. So he is cutting the corner a little bit. He's going to try to threaten here with his re-rolling charges. Turn 1. Ooh, so Shane's going first again. Looks like, yep.
Oh, man.
Yep, so 2 games in a row.
Unreal.
The salt channel
rolled a 12 and his opponent rolled an 11.
We're going to crash Discord.
You know what Shane could potentially do is that re-roll the initiative thing, because if Micro rolled an 11, odds are he can roll under that and then be going second with that the Sheldon secondary that he added to this pack.
Yeah, that's something that I really wish I had done. Yeah, that's something I wish I had done in my game against Micro. Just because it's going to be another case of, okay, all of Shane's models are going to move, and then Micro will just be able to move all of his guys out of line of sight from those grav guns. And there's nothing Shane's going to be able to do about it.
Yeah, and he just rolled very badly on this advance on his veteran sergeant. So he got a 1 for a 7-inch total move. And he is now in charge distance, potentially, with that guy there. So he's looking at a 7-inch charge to get in there. Re-rolling a 7-inch charge for Micro to get in there. And he would fight twice before Shane would. And the thing about it is, Shane's not going to spend 2 CP to decisive because he's got to save that for Death Denied.
Yeah. Here's the other thing. That Intercessor Sergeant has moved right behind the Veteran Sergeant, you know? So for Battle Brothers, potentially. Yeah.
Yeah. Yet again, right? So that was the thing last time where we were joking around about Shane said, oh, I didn't think about that you could still see and shoot. But he was perfectly positioned with that Intercessor Sarge to eat the wounds. Man. So that's an interesting thing, actually, because he could now decisive, and he would at least get to fight once. And he would put 1 CP off and basically in the bank for that Battle Brothers onto this guy. So that's actually a great thing, because he would be letting Micro come to him, and he could still roll off on the decisive if he needed to. And actually, Micro won't be able to decisive because he spent 1 CP for the bet move.
Okay, so this is interesting. I don't see a Relic Blade in Shane's roster.
No, he's bringing a demo.
I see 2 guys. Oh, see 2 guys with Power Fists.
Yeah.
Because his Vanguard Sergeant, it was never a specialist anyway.
Oh, okay. I thought it was.
So he's brought a Veteran Sergeant, and he's brought a Vanguard Veteran Combat spec.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and he's got the demo grav, which is a great choice in this match. Just such a good thing to wound onto. AP3, D3 damage against any of the berserkers that he can get a shot on. And he's got a sniper who's also got the grav gun. So he'd be winning on 3s there, but still AP3, D3 damage. So anything in this hall is going to be in threat big time. And if Micro gets even sloppy here somehow and ends up giving shots there, that could be a dead berserker as well. But he's not going to do that, it looks like. And boy, that was a heck of a move. Whatever he rolled there, that must have been another Micro 6, because
it was
coming from all the way here, to up there. What a move.
I'm
both
assuming his
advance.
intent was to stay at a line of sight. It almost looks like you could see a corner, but I'm sure they're in agreement there.
Yeah. And he won't have shots. So his sniper is denied shots on this guy. Whew. It's getting sharp early yet again. It's like if you poke your head out, something dies. You cannot peek on this map right now. So this is going to be just cultist gunner moving up. And he's not going to stay on that point, I don't think. Yep. Because he's going to move him up trying to get shots. But he didn't roll enough, I don't think, to actually make it. Because he's going to hold this back objective with an engineer. No sense in keeping a gun on there. And he's making sure there's still room for things to get through. So he's going to be advancing this combat berserker up this way. I would assume. Let's see what's going on in chat. You guys hyped for this game too in chat? Maybe we get some Fs for that first game. The amount of failed storm shield rolls that poor Shane had.
Yeah. It's the thing with storm shields against berserkers. It's just you can only do so much, and there's such a point sink, I feel, in that matchup.
Yeah. Yeah, man, this was really around to use that bespoke tactic that Sheldon added to this pack to reroll initiative. Just the way that it happened, where Shane now he doesn't want to go first a second game in a row, and micro rolling an 11. He could have got under that, but that would have meant no death denied.
Well, here's the thing. Like, do you really need the death deny turn 1?
No. And the fact is he could have had it round 2, and he has 2 amazing shooting models. That demo wounding on 2s, AP3, D3 damage. You know, being able to get shots on that, because like look where things are placed. Depending on where he could have got, you know, the cultist gunner would have been a threat or been shot. He could have positioned to shoot at this objective, I think, a little bit harder.
Yeah. And I mean, like the other thing, like this is a 4-round game, man. Yeah. So you take 1 round out where you're just not being able to shoot anything with those guys, and then guess what's going to happen turn 2? Those models are going to be in your face, and you're probably not going to be able to shoot that many good targets that you would like to be shooting, like the berserkers, other Chaos Space Marine models.
Absolutely.
Just because they're all going to be in combat at that point.
Yeah, because like look at how this is set up. You're exactly right. Like this here, even like if you wanted to do a cheeky charge with the Chaos, the gunner here is like a pre-charge to let somebody else get in without Overwatch or anything. It's a 6-inch charge now, turn 2, for either of these players to get into this guy. You know, this exchange here is only a 6. Statistically, you know, you're looking at a 7 on 2d6, and they have the reroll. So just crazy. So Shane's actually looking good to get in on this guy next turn. There is point blank Overwatch he has to worry about. But the way this happened, this is going to be interesting, because that combat spec initiative is going to be huge yet again next round. Got a 3-inch charge between the Corn Berserker and the combat spec for next round.
Yeah.
Re-rolling for both teams. Whoever gets initiative is getting into that guy. This is going to be a crazy one. This is actually my favorite map of the favorite map and deployment of the tournament. So I'm glad to see this one come back. I think an entire tournament could be done with just this map, just this objective layout.
Really though, because I feel like data recovery is too good. Could be.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing, right? Is it lets the hordes that I kind of felt were pushed down in this pack to go very positional and to do so safely.
Yeah, good point.
Yeah, so it kind of balanced that aspect out. But then you put Necrons on here that do the same thing. It's like, oh my god.
Right.
OP, they have all the things the Hordes have, but Hordes, you got your 6-up save, toughness 3. They die if you look at them. The Necrons, they can run that same game plan, and they have the durability, and they're denying you kill points. So it's like, it gets really rough.
Yeah, I think we're all pretty surprised that Necrons didn't wind up making it to the final table.
Yeah, I mean, we saw them in top 8. We knew that was going to happen. But that game with Micro versus Sitch, that's what I was talking about in that first thing, is there was one mistake on Sitch's part that handed Micro that game.
Yeah.
And that's just what it came down to. It's going to come down to every time with these two players. If you mess up once against either of these players, it's over. They've run the pack so many times by this point. We've had this pack since like February, testing and doing different things. Had TTS for, 3 months of quarantine, sitting at home, running these games over and over and over, trying different factions. Playing now in tournaments. There's multiple tournaments with the Fight Club and the BAO, the tabletop simulator thing. Just like, it's so figured out at this point.
Yeah.
And now we have Big Hammer major stats changes coming along, going to sneak into Kill Team eventually and completely flip the game on its head.
Do you think
I
so?
hope
Do you think
so.
they're going to
I
give
hope
2
so.
wounds to all the firstborns?
If they get rid of the flesh wound mechanic.
Yeah.
Well, I think what it is they're like we've seen like rules changes like to Space Marines before and other factions, so I think they've just been kind of just getting ready for the new edition, and then what month is it? We're in August, right? So
Yeah.
I don't think we're gonna see we'll see like a Kill Team 2 this year. I think we could see a Kill Team 2 next year, which
Possibly.
would be updated stats, stuff like that.
Yeah, because they really do kind of have to wait until the other factions have their...
They could just, put all those rules changes into the Kill Team 2020 annual. Please, Games Workshop, if you're listening, just do that.
Yeah, that would be crazy because so much of that, I wonder if that has to do with the whole like plans for 9th edition. And Kill Team is very much like the snapshot of 8th, especially like at the point of where 8th was when this came out. Just the rules, things like the war gear, the different war gear has now changed in the game and been changed for over a year or something while remaining the same in Kill Team.
Yeah.
Just things like that. Look at the standard just stalker bolt rifle on the Intercessor. That's now 2 damage.
That's the first thing I think of.
Yeah, and Big Hammer, it's 2 damage now. And look at like the Aberrant. They released this game, and a month later, out comes the new Gene Stealer Cults Codex. And oh wow, the Aberrant is now with his pick. Every pick attack you get a free Rending Claw. So this guy with 2 attacks actually has 4 attacks, and he's got an invuln now that he doesn't have in this game. So it's just like, oh man, if they decided to change some of this stuff around, it would be big. It would change a lot of stuff. Aberrants are on the verge of OP now. Everybody hates Aberrants. I keep saying Aberrants are good. And if they now had double the attacks and an invuln on top of Bestial Vigor, on top of 2 wounds, if you like brought what they have in 8th and now 9th to Kill Team, yummy.
We're into the shooting phase now. It looks like Flamer just went nowhere.
So Flamer, he rolled low and then saves were made. Is that what happened?
Either that or the wounds failed.
Okay.
Yeah. But it looks like they're into scoring.
That was fast.
Hey, James. James, the score of the last game was like 7-7 in the bottom of turn 3, and Shane only had a model or 2 left on the board, I think, at the time, and his kill team was broken. So Shane decided to concede game 1 to Micro, and this is bottom of turn 1 of game 2.
So did we see the initiative roll?
Or turn 2.
Looks like 10 for Shane and 9 for Micro.
Okay.
Okay,
So it looks
so
like
That's what
that
it looks like.
decisive.
so,
Yep. So it's going to be decisive from Micro. He's going to charge this boy here. Combat. Oh, he
Shane's
wants to
got
get in on those
5
guns.
command points.
Oh, he should not be charging those guns.
Well, he can't. Oh, he can point blank.
Yep.
2 shots though on 6s.
So he's going to shoot a grenade. Here comes the guy that he's charging. Or he's considering falling back and denying range to those guns. Yeah, because Shane does not want those guns not shooting this round. He's got like maybe 1 more round of ranged possible with these guys. I got a question here. He's got a chainsword on both of these guys. Are these from his Blood Angels bit? Is he running a mutt list right now?
No, those are just company vets, so they can just take
a
grav gun and a chainsword, so they're getting 3 melee attacks. These are no slouches. I love these models. They're such good flex models.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I was just thinking. I thought that might have been from his Blood Angels bit, because he, for those of you guys watching that didn't know, he had part Blood Angels, part Black Templars in the roster, and I didn't know if maybe that was Blood Angels thing, and he was foregoing. Okay, so he's doing the charge. Shane is going to overwatch with a crack. He misses. And then Micro gets in with a 9. So, dang, only 3 to there. He can get in on those guns. He's going to get in on those guns.
Shane didn't go for that. Man, Shane started with 5 CP. Almost think he should have spent the CP on one of them. I don't know. Maybe he's just trying to early build up his CP.
Yeah. Yeah, Shane plays very conservatively.
I disagree. In this matchup, he has to. He has to be KG. But most of the time, I don't think Shane's he's not a very KG player. He's super aggressive.
Well, we talked about it because we both ran Astartes in this one, and he basically said that turn 1, he tries to do almost nothing. Whereas turn 1, I'm trying to go for 7 points, and then I just try to hide after that.
Yeah.
You know, so I get ahead, and then it's just like, nope, you don't get any points. Nope. And just hide. And he's commented a few times that he kind of does the opposite. He starts very slow, and then he kind of gets bang on once the positioning is right. So he's kind of like a spider building a web when he plays. Unless it's demons, right? Because then he's just like charge, which I've seen him do similar with this Templar thing. But what he's doing a lot of times is he's just getting to the center. He gets like to the center, and then he pounces from there out in the later turns.
Yeah, he's just setting up for the turn 2 charges.
Mm-hmm. So what did Micro end up taking down here? He's not going to be within one of these boys. Nope. So he's still allowing shots. He had the movement to get there. But he's staying in with the combat. Interesting.
Yeah,
that was lucky for Shane.
I was wondering too.
Could he not
reach?
Just slightly out. It looked like. Oh nope. I guess he's in. No, he could definitely reach because he was right here and rolled a 9.
I thought so.
Yeah. So I mean, you'd have to clear that corner. So 2.5, 5.5.
Yeah, I think
that would be
still would have
base to base.
I guess it keeps the combat spec from breaking through, but could have tied up two of those guns back there.
But it's very interesting for him to allow that because these 2, if they are not, tagged in, they are threatening his thing here. So I mean, this is what Micro's planning. Is Micro's hoping to swing first, get onto this combat, have something else to where Shane is, using CP elsewhere for Death Denied and whatnot, and let this combat go is what he's hoping for, where he can then pile in on these 2 and lock them up. Perhaps. I don't know. It's a thought.
I think that factors into it, but I also think that he did want to shut down the Shane's combat specs ability to maneuver, just so that he could pile more models into the center of the board and score domination. Unopposed, basically.
Very true. That's a good point. That's likely what's going on.
And it's
Another
like,
thing
even
that's
if you, yeah, go ahead.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was just saying it's interesting because Shane actually has enough CP to do a death denied and a decisive here in this round.
Yeah, yeah.
But what were you saying, brother? Sorry about that.
And it's like he has so many cultists like stacked up right here. It's like, even if Shane maneuvers those grav gunners to be shooting down the west side, or the west side hallway, I guess is what we'll call it, like that center hallway with the terminal in it. Like, it's like, okay, sure, shoot your grav gun into one of my cultists, dude. I don't care. Like,
yeah. Okay, so Shane's charging. He's charging onto Zerker Boy, who's in on combat, and he gets it with a 10. First time, didn't even need to reroll. He's going base to base,
he wants it,
which is going to prevent what I talked about. So Shane's seeing the potential for what I talked about, which is a cheeky pile in into here.
Yeah.
Oh, so he might not be able to go base to base because of the placement of the pipe and the storage chests. Wow. So he's going to have to go base to base on the pile in then.
Stuff like this is how I half want kill team to be on hexes.
Yeah, that's an interesting thought, actually. That wouldn't be terrible if it was all like 1-inch hexes.
Yeah, the arena board is already kind of laid out like that.
Yeah.
At least grid-wise, if you just look at the floor tiles.
Yeah, when it first came out, I actually saw somebody doing an unboxing and review. They didn't read the thing, but they said it was like Shade Spire. Like, oh, now it's on grids or whatever, and this and that. It's like, no, I think maybe they thought about it. Yeah, it's not quite Shade Spire yet.
That's just the floor, man.
Yeah. You can tell this is the only map they cared about, too. Like, this is the one they put the most work into. All the other ones just look like bland.
This is my favorite one from from like the lighting and everything underneath the grates.
It looks great on stream. Pretty.
Looks great in all the promo images.
Yeah. That's why
all the other ones are just kind of like gray.
Yeah, they really tried on this one, and then they were like, okay, interns, here you go. You guys make the other two maps. Okay. Adept Revolver, they should make it more like Warcry with more wounds per model.
You know, I was just going to say that too. Is that after Kill Team came out, Warcry came out, and it's a little bit cleaner with the huge variety of wounds as opposed to Injury Roll.
I still haven't played that. I got to check that out.
You know, I didn't have high hopes for it. I tried it out just because my brother picked up some old fantasy models on a whim. But I actually do like the system.
Yeah, it plays so smooth. The games go so quick, man. It's awesome.
But it doesn't feel like it's on easy mode with alternating activations the way it does. It's still very tactical, and everybody kind of has their own ranges. Like there's a variety of melee ranges. So like your spear attack is a 2-inch range versus sword is a 1-inch. So it's
interesting.
Yeah, so
there's a different range on melee weapons.
Yeah,
even,
well,
right?
they really don't differentiate between melee and
okay.
range. Just every weapon has a range of what it can attack at.
From what I've seen of Warcry, you know what? It reminds, like, I think that if we were to take Kill Team and blend with Warcry, the closest thing would probably be Necromunda, right? Like, because what I've been getting really interested in Necromunda, and as I've been reading the rules and stuff, it's like, oh, this is kind of like Kill Team. Oh, this is kind of reminds me a lot of like Warcry type thing, you know? I don't know, like the alternating activations thing.
Yeah. It sounds, from what I've heard, it's the most complicated of the three. I don't know if that's more because of campaign elements or what the deal is.
Yeah.
Models are cool.
Yeah, I just want to play Gene Stealer cults in it. That's all I care about. All right, so
this is super cool seeing this hallway here with 2 grav guns pointed down it.
Yeah.
And saying, okay, Micro, what you gonna do?
Yeah. Oh, you got
Shane shut that door. He shut that bottom left door too. That's kind of interesting.
Yeah.
Either he shut it or one of the models on the terminal there must have shut it.
I wouldn't. That seems like a terminal thing to do because that keeps Shane from being able to kind of hop through there and then take shots at this engineered data recovery objective in the back.
Mm-hmm. Looking at this board state right now, I have to say I think this favors Shane because the fact is that he just closed himself off to the way to get to the data recovery that's down there, and he's only going to have 2 turns, one of which is going to involve somewhere opening that door probably and getting there. But he is threatening domination big time right now for Micro. So that's going to be the thing. Because he can potentially be denying 2 points here over the course of this game. And depending on how things go on Melee, I don't know. Just looking at this over the board, it looks to be slightly in Shane's favor at the moment.
Sorry. Right.
So Shane is seeing that he's actually in he is in rapid fire range right now. So one guy of Shane's is going to have rapid fire, and it's the sniper, not the demo. But that's big, right? To have 2 shots with a sniper.
Yeah. It doesn't matter because Micro's going to make his 6-up save on his sniper spec anyway. So.
Yeah, but man, that company veteran demo there, he's going to be long range and obscured. He's only going to have 1 shot, but man, that being obscured procs his +1 to wounds, so he'd be wounding on 2s right there with no CP spent additionally.
Yeah.
He's got a bunch of CP banked. He could reroll and just go and take out the Berserker here. Oh, so it's sniper versus sniper, actually. I thought this was a Berserker for Micro here, but it's Chaos Space Marine Gunner with the plasma gun. So we've got plasma able to split shots. He's got a longer range. Yep. So he's going to be in rapid fire range for both of these, able to split shots. Oh my, oh my, oh my. Oh, so Micro is rethinking about his placement there. He's not sure that he's going to put that sniper where it was. Okay, combat charge.
Combat Berserker charging?
No reaction. He's not going to spend a CP for point blank and let that demo shoot. Oh.
Ooh, he needs a 7, it looks like.
Okay, hold on. He's thinking about it now.
Or was it 8?
He's reading my mind. Like I'm telepathically sending him the sign to point blank.
Looks like he's also going to be charging that Grav sniper in the front.
Yep. So he should be point blanking that because he'd be on 6s, rerolling 1s.
True, that is really good because it's already it's almost a 1 in 3 to get one of them if you have 2 shots.
Yeah,
and then rerolling 1s helps a lot.
It's the best chance.
So he's got
to
30
do
point. He's got like a 30% chance of getting at least one of them before the reroll.
Right.
So not bad. Wow, he's declaring on the far guy on the terminal as well.
Yeah, he wants domination.
Okay, they're saying he's 12.1 away. He's just too far to charge. There might be some conflicting thing here. I mean, this is for a lot of marbles, guys. We could see things get heated. Who knows? Who knows what's going to happen here? Well, stakes are high.
Micro is a very abrasive, aggressive person.
Yes. He's a violent guy, known to flip tables. No, just joking. He's Canadian. He's nice. Yeah, he's polite. Yeah. Oh, he's okay. So he's not going to do the point blank and take those 30% odds before the rerolls with a sniper. He gets a 7. So it's 3 out. Let's see. So he needs, so he needs an 8.
He has to get the reroll.
Rerolling. Ooh, and he failed.
6.
Big moment.
That was massive for Shane.
And he probably doesn't want to stay there because he's going to block himself out. But if he moves, he gives shots to those guys.
And he
Yeah.
definitely blocks
That's big
any.
for Micro.
Oh, that's a sniper.
Because now the sniper can't get out. If he takes that 6, he gets shots. So it's a real trade-off here. And this is going to be the blunder that wins Shane the game, possibly. I think this already favors him a bit. And we're going to go 1-1. 1 to each player and have to go to a game 3 off of just this moment right here, potentially. Because Micro did not see that he was blocking at his sniper spec. So he can either stay still and lose domination this turn. He's going to lose this Chaos Cultist.
Look, he's still measuring the hallway. He can't believe it.
Yep. Man, he got caught there.
Man.
That's a big gotcha.
Oh, that such feels bad.
Yeah, and also he could lose both of these cultists here.
Yeah, but this is what you were talking about, man. If you just make one blunder, just one mistake when you're playing at this high a level, it will cost you.
Yep.
These guys.
Yeah, so he's even got to move the sniper back to be able to get the flamer out because the way the base is right now is blocking in the cultist gunner. So he would have to slide the sniper back, move. He can still run the flamer out and try to have domination. But the fact is Shane has initiative, and he's got 2 deadly, deadly guns pointing at that center right now.
Yeah.
And unfortunately for Micro, there is no door to close here to deny those shots.
Yeah.
Wow. So big movement, big moment for Shane.
Yeah.
If he
I can tell
I'm sorry?
I was going to say that I can tell that Shane feels pretty confident about the position that he's in right now just because I can hear his voice through your mic and he's talking a lot faster than he normally does.
Yeah. Now he's getting back to his he has this cadence that he does when things are going well, right? He's like, 2 shots, hitting on 2s. That's 2 hits.
Yes.
Winning on 3s, goes through. No save, goes straight through.
The funny thing, too, though, is that, Ryan, your voice changed when things weren't going well for Shane. So it kind of like you're channeling each other. You're like a surrogate in the commentary.
No. I mean, I have a vested interest in Shane winning.
You know, I wouldn't be too terribly upset if Micro took it because I think Shane is now overpassing me as the number 1 Astartes player for ITC. So I think the token went through. So if he loses this, it makes it easier for me to come back and take it back. I would only need to win like 2 games, and I'd be back at number 1, I think. So get him, Micro. Get him. No, I think it's going to go 1-1 here. I think we're going to go to game 3. This moment right here was just a thing. And that's all it took.
So he's got to stick out that flamer a little bit more because he's got to get
Micro's trying to get shots on the Combat Vanguard veteran, but not be shot by the sniper and the demo.
Well, the thing is, he can't even shoot the Combat Vanguard veteran because it's within an inch of the Khorne Berserker, right? That charged earlier.
So what is he
trying to poke out, get shots on the grav.
Okay.
So tough.
Yeah, both are only going to be going out of action on a 5 because of the terrain, right?
Oh, what just happened?
He flipped it to get line of sight.
To draw line of sight.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that wasn't an out of action chat. If you guys are freaking out right now, they're checking LOS.
Yeah.
Benji Ryle says I'm number 1. Number 1 on Necrons. I think Sitch has.
I was gonna say.
Yeah, because Sitch won a BAO prep with Necrons. He won another tournament, I believe, and then he took top 8 in this one. So Sitch, I think, has you beat Benji.
I think Benji's just speaking generically that he is number 1.
Okay,
period.
and just in life,
yes,
he is number 1. Yeah, but I don't think you could possibly take it if Sitch doesn't keep playing, and if you did like SoCal and Las Vegas Open, Benji. But I think right as it stands right now, it's either Matt Hurl who I don't think got ITC points for his last win. I think it's going to be Sitch because we had an ITC token for some events that he was in. So they're still debating this this situation here. LOS.
Well, it's tough too because they need to measure because it's not just can he see. You need to measure from the point which he sees. Correct.
Well, it's arena too, so the base of the model, I believe, needs to see as well.
Yeah, he must be able to draw a 1 millimeter line from their base to the enemy model's base.
And those lines are so thick; it's so hard to use those.
Yeah. Yeah, they're saying that it's hitting the wall, but the fact is that doesn't matter because that's thicker than 1 millimeter.
Yeah.
It only has to be 1 millimeter. So since that's like an 8 millimeter long line, it's some of it's going to cross through, but it still would be allowing LOS.
I mean, if they're
so
going,
it looks to me like Shane does have shots. I think they do see each other, as is Cultist Gunner, Sniper, because if I tilt my thing down, they've got gun that they can see with each other, and then they've got that line of the base. It looks and actually maybe not. I don't know. He did push him back. Is the base touching the red? No, it doesn't look like it is. Not yet. So they are just out. Just out. Yeah. So he'd have to move forward a tiny bit to get those shots. I am zoomed in like crazy on here, and I can clearly see that that is not currently shot. So if Micro wants it, he's got a nudge. I think he has the movement to be able to do it.
Is he trying to make
And
it
looks
so
like
that there's exactly one of them with line of sight and not both?
Yeah, I think that's what they're trying to figure out here is have Micro get shots on one of those grav gunners.
Yeah. So he's going to
I don't know. It's just a weird situation.
Yeah, he's taking the nudge. It's going to be one of Shane's gets to shoot first. But both of Shane's will get to shoot. So it's going to go one of Shane's, Cultist Gunner shoots, and then one of Shane's again. But the fact is, I don't know if this guy would be in range for domination. I'm afraid to measure it right now and give them ideas. But that's what Shane should be focusing on is that middle Chaos Cultist. Because he's got a toughness 3 guy with a 6-up save. That's the only thing denying, right now. That's what he's like pinning his hopes on.
Yeah.
And so he's hoping for a charge with 8 on the Berserker onto this. Right?
Uh-oh.
So no. Here
there
comes
it
a reroll. He got it. Okay. So now it's currently where Micro would be getting domination. But that's pre-shooting phase. Post-shooting phase, very unlikely that Micro would have domination here. I really think this goes to Shane as things currently stand.
Yeah.
Could be different.
Shane
we'll see what happens in the fight phase, but
yeah. Shane does have the CP for things like decisive strike and rerolling injury rolls, but those grav guns against a model with a 6-up save, they only inflict 1 damage. So I mean, it's not really all that likely that we're going to see that Chaos Cultist in the middle disappear, right?
Yeah.
Is it just gonna be a
coin
flip?
I got distracted there. Somebody was writing me saying that the stream went down. Now they're saying never mind. Can you repeat what you said? I didn't hear that, brother. I'm so sorry.
The grav guns when they shoot something that has higher than a 3-up save, they only inflict 1 damage. So the Chaos Cultist, despite being in the middle of a hallway with no cover, still has pretty decent odds of survival in my eyes. And like Shane does have the CP for things like re-rolling injury rolls and everything, but you never know. It's going to come down to a couple coin flips to see if that Chaos Cultist actually dies. And
Yeah,
he
'cause, I
has
mean-
to kill that model, right? It's
Yeah.
still like an easy model for him to kill. It's an easy kill 1 point right there.
Yeah. So it's not going to be long ranged or obscured to that guy from at least the first one, sniper. So he'll be hitting. The AP3 is going to be going straight through.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's going to go to a coin flip there, and then the second one he'll have 66% odds because he'll be rolling for a 3-up. If he
Yeah.
puts both on there, which will he? We don't know.
I
we'll see, but
don't
that's the only
think so
target.
because that flamer is right there threatening. So I would at least, I think Shane would at least put the sniper into the flamer before he thinks about shooting the chaos cultist.
Yeah. And so Micro's flooding this with anything he can. Now he's got a Chaos Cultist gunner in melee. You can kind of see the desperation is starting to kick in for Micro because he's got a flamer now in melee, just packing in to try and get that domination. Which next turn, let's say, we don't know what's going to happen here, but Shane has got a leader here to maybe shoot down on this. Yeah, it's looking more and more like this one's going to Shane, I think. I don't know. We'll see what happens because there's some quality melee that's about to go down here, and we'll see if the volume can get through that. But he could do Battle Brothers, which is basically like we were talking about the Savior protocols for Tau and Marines, and a Death Denied right now. So here's shooting.
Yeah, going under points in this game is huge because it gives him access to a third Death Denied if he wants it, but if not, it gives him a lot of play with other things.
Absolutely.
We have an interesting storyline developing up here too, with this veteran berserker coming up around a leader. So that'll be.
So here we go. 2 shots hitting on 4, both hit onto the flamer with the grab. He's wounding on 3s. He gets only 1. Goes straight through, no save. 5 up to kill. He gets a 1. Is he gonna reroll?
On a 5, I don't think so.
Yeah. Says he's thinking about it. What you gonna do, Shane? It's gonna be big.
Because then he can't reroll another one.
Yeah, that's true, right?
You want to wait to reroll on the 4-up.
Micro saying he forgot to do a terminal. Shane saying go ahead. He's seeing if he's going to roll. If he gets a 4, he does not. So nothing changes. So he's letting that go.
No, that was.
He's debating the reroll again. Oh, so he's not going to reroll.
Yeah, because the other shots are going to go on this one, right? The open one.
Now,
so that'll be a 4-up.
Yes, it's going to be a 4 to hit because of the obscurity, but wounding on 2s.
And it'll be out of action.
Here comes the flamer. Flamer shooting at the sniper. Oh, all failed.
Okay, so here we go.
Yep.
So now this one will be out of action on a 4, so that's a better reroll.
Yeah.
Short range.
So here we go. 2 shots on that center boy, hitting on 4s. It is wounds on a 2. Shane, you're obscured. Yep, there we go. Sorry, I hear him talking. He's like, wounds on a 3. I'm like, ah! Okay, so that's it. He's looking for 4. He got it. Good catch there, Shane. He almost said 3. He's like, nope, that's a 2. Okay.
Yeah. When you take these grav guns in this matchup, you're not thinking about the possibility of shooting cultists with them. You're thinking about mowing down the berserkers before they're able to get in your grill.
Yeah. So it looks like they're going into fight phase. No other shots because that sniper thing, that was so big to deny that sniper shots. So big.
And now, like, 1 or 2 of these grav gun guys can ready next turn. So even if the plasma decides to try to get in there next turn, they'll get the shot first. Now that they're in position. Yeah,
they're in position. They just ready. So he moves up. He's going to have 2 guys. They're wounding you on 2s, basically, or 3s on the sniper, rerolling 1s to hit. They get to shoot before you. That's nasty. All right, so what's going on here? They're going to be doing something in this scrum here. Got a Corn Berserker, Veteran Sergeant. So it looks like Micro's going to decisive. So Micro did decisive. Shane is not contesting. So Corn Berserker onto Veteran Sergeant. If he can kill this Veteran Sergeant now, he would still get to fight on the combat before the combat would get to swing. But it's not going to happen because of the death denied. All right, so he's putting sword onto combat, axes onto the Sergeant. Hits on the first. So Shane gets to save on the chain sword. Now it comes to 2 axes. He's slow rolling. He gets the first one a hit. First one's a wound. Looking for 3. He fails it. Shane fails the save. He's going to re-roll it.
Yeah, he has that luxury now.
Yep. So he gets it. Save. Here comes a second axe attack. Hits.
Oh boy.
Wounding on a 3. Nope. Okay. Now Sergeant's going to hit back. That's big.
Yeah. So it wasn't relevant there, but that's kind of an example of why slow rolling is always beneficial. So he forced Shane to re-roll an armor save after only the second attack. That third attack could have gotten through and forced another armor save. And, if you fail 2 saves, you're not re-rolling anything.
All right. Here comes 2 6s from Micro. Yeah, good point. I agree.
It is
6s. Oh, he got the 1. Okay, so D3 damage for Shane. 3 damage out of action. So that's it. So that's obliteration. That's a kill 1. That's pile in. I guess now he controls this objective. Like undisputed.
Over toward this way, but
okay. So
right?
for some
I don't think he should have been able to pile in onto that bounty token, right? He would
have
have to pile in toward this combat up here.
Well, if somebody got charged, he would be able to, which this combat did. So combat could come. Well, what would be the closest enemy, I guess? The way he's moving this Chaos Cultist gunner now, it would definitely be the Chaos Cultist. So he could just move to the side. All right, so Micro gets to fight with these 2 first before the Intercessor Sergeant can swing back. He's swinging, of course, with the Cultist gunner first. Cultist attacks. Here we go. It's going to be 1, looking for 4. Doesn't get it.
Jeez.
Okay, and here comes the Corn Berserker now, who's going to fight twice before the Intercessor Sergeant. So he's moving in. What is he armed with? So he's got the chain axe, chain sword. So again, it's going to be... Sorry, buddy. What were we saying?
Oh, he'll be doing the max amount of chain sword attacks and then the chain axe attacks and then 1 chain sword attack.
Absolutely. So yeah, 2 and 1. 2 and 1 times 2. That's what's going to be happening right now. Here we go. All hit. Wounding on 3s. 2 wounds.
And one of them is at AP 1.
Yeah, so he fails. And it's only 1 damage, though, I think. So
that's a 2 wound model.
So he takes just a wound. Now he's looking for a 3, and he makes it on the chain sword. But Berserker gets to fight 1 more time before the Sarge.
That's okay. So that's what death denies for.
Second round. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh, only the chain sword hit?
Yeah.
This game's going to Shane. This game's going to Shane because that's going to be kill 1, kill more.
I was about to say, is Micro getting diced right now?
Yeah. This guy... barely on the point, so it's going to be hold 1 for both. Domination got denied. I can measure now that it's done with the movement phase. He is outside of 3. I don't care if they want to call it that it is. It's close, but it looks out to me.
There's a tool they'll be able to check when scoring comes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's like right on the edge.
Yeah. Yeah, they're debating intervening terrain right now.
Because that's what I was thinking about the terminal.
Yeah. Ooh, he's going for kill more. He's going only onto the Chaos Cultist, hitting on 4s. He gets 2 hits. Moving on 2s. Gets it, no save, goes straight through. 2 damage. Out of action. So Shane now has kill more.
And obliteration.
And obliteration, yep.
And bounty.
And has another bounty. that's 2 bounties in one turn, potentially.
Man.
And he's going to honor the chapter and fight again. So he's going to put all the power into this corner.
yes!
Woo! Oh, it's getting real. Oh, okay. 2 hitting on 2s, yep. So he's got 2 6-ups to make now, Micro. Can he do it?
He'll make him.
He didn't make a single one, so D3 damage.
Oh, no.
Only 1 damage. Oh! He's going to reroll it. Reroll it.
To reroll here. Come on,
he already
man.
used it.
So he's only going to let him go with the flush
attack reroll.
Okay. So he's not rerolling that. Ooh, that was big.
Yeah, good play though.
Yeah. So Shane's going to get kill more. They're both going to hold the same amount. There's going to be 2 bounties for Shane, which I actually think might only be 1 because he might have forgot to move and pick it up with his activation on this combat spec. Could have been a second one. I'm not sure they even dropped the token.
I think
but that should have been 2. Okay.
The vet piled in there and got it.
Okay. Yeah, because that should have been 2 bounties. Oh, so he shakes on the nerve test. This is going to Shane. So he didn't get domination there. And we're looking at the score right now, 7-3, and we're not even done tallying up yet. So Micro scored nothing this round.
Wow.
He might have got 1 engineer, and that was it. So 7-3, going for Shane. So we will see a 3rd game, it looks like, today, guys.
I got a 5.
All right, so Micro's going first in this last round. We'll see if Shane decisives. So Shane's decisive moving right now. Micro is not contesting. Oh, why would he do? Okay, yeah, I guess that's fine. Yeah. So he's not going to be able to do that really without blocking in the charger. What he should do is charge in his leader onto him and then fall back with the other one.
So there's also the veteran Corn Berserker, like right on the other side of that wall.
True. Yeah, so that's like the long game that Micro's been playing here, right? Is he's like,
so it's like
sneaking in the other guy. Oh, man. This is going to be a very challenging situation to come back from for Micro. The sniper is still out of position. These 2 gunners are still in great position. Oh, he just deleted the shaken token from the cultist gunner, but we know he is shaken. Let's hope that they don't forget it. So now this cultist gunner is shaken, right? Can't move him, and it's obscuring, or it's like, I guess obscuring is a bad word, but it's affecting the movement path of this combat berserker as he is now going to be trying to charge. Because it's adding like another inch to have to go around and then down.
I think he needs like a 10-inch charge here to get to the combat spec.
It looks like in chat, somebody's saying that Micro might have forgot Death of the False Emperor yet again.
He should like put it on a post-it note right next to his dice.
Yeah, he's got a
He
tattoo
literally has a note next
Yeah.
to the dice he's been rolling.
No, but like if you put like blood or something on it, then he'll definitely see it. So if you just like put that there, then there's no way he'd forget.
He's got to like carve it into his skin or get a tattoo fresh before each game so it stings and like still reminds him, you know? All right, so he's charging with everybody here. He gets a reroll on this charge because of the sub-faction. He is not going to react. Shane is not going to react, it looks like. So you have 2 chances to make this charge. A 7 is not going to be enough on the first one. And a 4 is definitely not enough on a second. So here we go again. Now he's going to take this movement, but now he's opening himself up to these shots, and he is again blocking in this Chaos Space Marine gunner. I don't know if he would have, that looked like a little bit more movement than I thought he would have had. I guess it measured out, but well.
Also, the token there is throwing things off a little bit because it's 3D.
Okay.
Yeah, I think we're good.
So now he is going to try and move this guy out, and he's hoping that even though these two Shane gunners down here with the grav guns, the sniper and Demo would shoot first, that he would be needing a 4 or a 5 at first and then a 4 on the second to take him out of action. That's just so possible with D3 damage. So I don't know what to do about that if you're playing as Micro right now. So here comes the charge from Micro. Onto these two, the leader and the sergeant with the 1 wound that fell back. So a 7 brings them to about here, which I don't know if that would be quite enough to be within 1. So it does on this. Ooh, so he's just out of the leader.
Ooh, that's big.
Yeah.
Very big, because let's not forget that leader, he's got a power fist, man.
Yeah. Oh, man. Yeah, this turn's going to decide a lot. This is, if things don't go Micro's way, I wouldn't be surprised to see a scoop here at the end of turn 3. And we'll go to game 3. Oh.
I think he tried to re-roll the charge.
Yeah.
And he just only got another 4. So that's 2 4-inch charges.
Oh, man. He's so bad with these charges, man.
Yeah. So this is just insult to injury at this point, right? Because it's like already you're behind. You've got to gamble in this situation to try and take it back.
Yeah.
Got to take risks. Yeah.
He didn't really have a choice there. He needed to be able to take a shot at getting both those guys out.
Absolutely. But didn't happen. And then now his leader with the power fist could actually come and charge that veteran and still be on the point and take him out. And Micro, how many CP does he have? He has 2 still. Ooh, so that's maybe a thing you don't do. I mean, it's a possible thing to charge that leader into the Berserker. But man, once you've charged a Berserker, you better kill him. Because if you don't, he'll kill you and one of your buddies next to you with that pile-in next turn on part of the fight activation.
Right. So what Shane can actually do now, though, is move that sergeant like out farther away from the point so that he can't do he can't have one charge get in contact with both of them, and whichever one he charges, he can just charge him with the other one.
Yeah, I mean, another thing is the Stern Guard Sergeant is the AP2 is really good against a Khorne Berserker, putting him on a 5.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So he could just move down here and shoot, or he could throw a crack grenade, right? I mean, yeah, it's only AP1, but D3 damage. Go for another Obliterate. Something that would point him towards the win condition and kind of take advantage of an off moment, you know, an off beat of where his opponent is position-wise.
Yeah.
And my chat device just finally died. I have it charged. I don't know what's going on. I'm charging right now, guys. But sorry, chat in Twitch. I am down for the moment. All right, so what is happening? That looks like the end of movement. Oh, we're going into movement for Shane.
Yeah.
Wow. So we got a lot of charges coming, guys. Vanguard is going to go into these two, I assume. Oh, yep, he's going into the Khorne Berserker. That fell back, basically. So he needs an 8 with 2 chances that it's statistically going to happen. And he gets it. Nope, that's a 7. Hold on.
There's a 9.
He gets it. So he's in there, which, like we said, is big. He better kill that Zerker now, because if that Zerker fights second and kills him, he can now activate and pile into that Cessor and take out that Intercessor Sergeant.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay. In fact, you might want to base him, because if he decisives, he could swing around a little bit, get like another inch closer to that guy, and get a head start. But I'm interested to see what he does with that leader. Is he just going to move it down, or is he going to charge?
Yeah.
I mean, he's built the charge, right? So he's going to take the shots.
Looks like he's just going to move him down, try to put some distance between himself and that intercessor.
Yep, he's going to take shots.
Target.
Yeah, he's going to say,
a little farther.
I paid 2 points for this bolt gun, but and now I'm going to use it, basically. Oh, he put him back. I guess he's still going to think about it.
Because he would need to put like 3.5 inches between them to make that worth it, I think.
Ah, good point.
Although then he runs the risk of the Corn Berserker blocking him off of the point for next turn.
True. He should charge the guy he just charged in that hallway with this combat spec. See if he can get in and just ready and shoot with these two. Oh, he's shooting a sniper. Sniper's gonna get shots.
Smart.
Is he gonna overcharge? Nope. Overcharging. Nope. Okay. Oh, Shane gets double sixes. So Shane's dice, I mean, they're coming back now.
Yeah. They're paying back for what they did to him last game.
Yep. So this is it done basically at this point. I feel pretty confident saying that I think Shane takes it, even if things go okay for Micro in this exchange. There's only one more round after this left, and Shane's going to be doing all right with points.
Shane also needs to consider
what are you doing with that
leader? The cultist up top.
True.
There could be I guess actually the terminal wouldn't work now. Is this the Vanguard vet? I'm assuming is within 1 inch of the combat spec, right? The combat spec.
Let's check.
Combat against combat.
No, he's out.
I think he declared it as a target of the charge, so he could move past it down the hallway.
Yeah.
Gotcha. So that
he just wanted to get a sniper.
Yeah. So
he
Micro's
just wanted that sniper.
Spec. Okay, there.
Yeah, because he's leaving him open to get shot now, right? He's going to take that combat spec and put 4 grab shots at D3 damage AP3 onto him. He's done.
Fantastic move.
So hitting on 3s, rerolling 1s. Here's that first grab. Both hit. Wounding on 3s. Only 1. AP3, so he needs a 6 from Micro. No, D3 damage. 2 damage.
2 damage.
For a 4.
Here's another obliterate.
Out. Yep. Oh, man. Here comes the second guy shooting on the cultists. Or on the cultists, yep. So this is going to be another domination that's not happening for Micro this round. 2 hits. Nope.
No,
both missed because he's obscured. That's right. Now he's going to shoot with his... He didn't move his leader. What happened? Oh, he moved to open the door. He's going to throw a crack.
He opened the door and he's just going to plug that cultist.
He threw a crack grenade at the cultist. Oh, man.
Oh,
that's great.
I don't know why he would have done that.
Because now
he just wanted to... He's just...
try to get another obliterate point. Yeah.
Yeah. But you can't score more than 1 per round, if I recall correctly.
No, I think you can.
And he already got that up there.
Yeah.
Actually, you're right. You can't.
Yeah, I have no idea why he did that, because the model also has frag grenades, and he also has a special issue bolter. So I don't know why he decided to throw a crack at him.
Veteran Sergeant, he's looking for 6s now. He fought on that Corn Berserker.
I bet he just thought it was a different model.
Yep, so it's this Veteran Sergeant. Here comes. He's re-rolling. Oh! He just made 2 6s against 2 AP3 attacks. Micro's coming back. So he piles in with a combat. He's picking up that bounty token. Now he's going to swing on the sniper spec. Hold on, what's happening? What's happening? They're having to take back that reroll.
Did he already reroll or something?
I don't know. So okay, so I don't know what's happening right now. So he piled in. He took this. He missed both attacks. It looks like, right? What is happening? Okay. So it takes a flesh wound on the sniper. That's what it was. Okay. So now he's hitting on 4s. Wounding on 2s. 2 at -3. Okay. D3 damage.
Oof.
And he's out of action here. So that was this Corn Berserker that had the flesh wound. So we are going to see a scoop from Micro, I'm sure.
Okay.
It's not going to, they haven't declared it yet. Yep, but game 3, there we go.
Yep.
Calling it. Yep. So that was it.
Game 2 goes to Shane.
Oh, man. 1-1. And this is the whole point of having a best of 3, right? How intense is this next game? We have one game now. 65 players in this tournament, down to 2, and it all comes down to one game right now. How crazy is this? This is nuts. Wow.
Crazy.
All right, so I guess they're going to set up for game 3, and I'm going to step away for just a moment. I'll be right back. Wow, what a game. Right back, guys, okay? I don't know if you guys are going to
Sounds good. Yeah, let's.
quick break.
Yeah,
Okay.
We're gonna take a quick break here. You guys
17-5 in that
run and
final.
grab a snack.
Woo! Yep. All right. Be right back, everybody.